let's do the intro. Let's just
background.
Yeah, let's do it before Zoom destroys itself. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan. How y'all doing?
Hey, it's Terry.
Good.
What's up, Tyrone?
Hey, it's Marta.
Oh, it's me, Dad. Nice to
What's up, Super Crow? It's me, DC-san. Good
And the
seeing
returning Dionysus. We got Black Wave completely together, plus Marta. Niggers a symbol. No, sorry. I didn't know what else I could say. Black Wave, Marta, a symbol. So this is it, guys. We're finally to the point here. We're about to do it. Essentially the in-game Infinity War of this DCAU, the James Tucker universe, is essentially the storyline is wrapping up. It's all come down to this, and I had no idea that this was even a plan. It kind of right? It just kind of snuck up on me in the fact that they were like, okay, I got the fact that they were kind of connecting things of the kind of new 52 influence, but they're taking classic storylines and putting them in there, and I get it, and it was working, and I was like, okay, but they never really like tooted the fact that like, yo, yeah, we're making an entire universe and it's going to be all connected. But I also kind of appreciate that because it gave me time to just appreciate every story on its own and not feel like you're forced to watch everything. You just watch it if you feel it's good. So I thought that was good. So
more organic.
Yeah, I think so. So, but I also like it kind of made me almost miss this particular one. I mean, it wasn't until Reign of the Superman where Superman was like, yo, I fucking had it with these motherfucking parademons on this motherfucking earth. We're taking the fight to Apokolips. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be something big then. I was like, okay. He's like, I died, I came back, and Darkseid's still fucking around. I'm tired of this fool. I'm tired of it. I was like, holy shit, Superman ain't fucking around anymore.
No.
And what I do appreciate, as DC Sun was kind of talking about how everything seems more organic this particular way, is I agree in the fact that it also made me appreciate these voice actors much later now. Like I was, and I'll be the first person to admit it, as a Batman fan, I thought that shit was blasphemy with Jason O'Mara doing the voice of Batman. I'm like, yo, is Kevin Conroy dead yet? No.
Yeah.
That shit was so annoying for me in the beginning. But as time went on, just like Mark Ruffalo or something like that, I just kind of got adjusted to it. And in this particular world, I kind of like it. And occasionally, sometimes Kevin Conroy does a project as Batman. And I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe that's, maybe we could have gotten the other guy. That's how crazy it is. So this dude really snuck up on me. I won't say as the definitive Batman, but in this particular world of sharing a world with superheroes, I think it works. He works really well. So, and the same thing, I'll say the same thing about Jerry O'Connell. That dude was Shazam to me. I mean, the first time he really did a big DC voice for me was Shazam in the original Justice League series. But then, but then he came over and started doing Superman, and I'm like, it was weird.
It takes a minute to get used to it.
Yeah. Like,
then when you do, it's like, oh, wow, he's actually doing a pretty good job.
I
like
that's
that.
the motherfucker from Sliders. Like, I can't imagine it. Especially him doing Shazam. He sounds like a kid. But then, it took a minute. And I think it wasn't until he died that I started, I'm talking about Superman and the death of Superman, that I really started to miss his voice. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And of course, Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman as well.
Yeah, just the voice cast for this, I'll just call it a collective series. I like it because it feels like New 52 going into Rebirth.
I could see
or taking aspects of Rebirth. So having somewhat of a mix, but a fresh cast of voices to portray the characters and stuff does give it a different feel. Not so much that it's a newer feel, but it makes it's something that you recognize, but it's different, but it still feels good.
Word.
So I'm actually enjoying the chemistry of the voice actors and their portrayals of the characters.
I agree with you on that point. Just real quickly around the table, what were, if you don't have the top favorite, what was your standout series or title of this particular line, this particular universe? So we're not counting Red Sun. We have to count Hush because that's technically part of it, but not the spin-off titles. But Marta, I'm gonna let you go first because you're the last one to have binged everything in the last week or so.
So what, still should be fresh.
2 days and last
yeah, the last
days.
2 days.
Yeah.
So since it's fresh in your mind, what's the title that stood out the most for you, the most impressive? Because I honestly can't remember most of them.
Hold on, I need to refer back to the list. I really, oh shoot, it's so hard. They're all so amazing in their own ways.
All right, top
except
3
for, like, 1 or 2.
impressions.
Okay, top 3 is I loved Constantine City of Demons.
Okay.
I loved Batman Bad Blood.
Yeah.
And I loved Wonder Woman Bloodline.
Cool. All right, Tyrone.
Oh, I don't remember a lot of these movies, but I guess the ones I do remember, I did like the last Justice League Dark movie. The one.
Okay.
This one, I like that one a lot. And is Hell to Pay part of the whole lineup for this?
No.
No. So I guess it will be the last. Yeah.
Dionysus, anything that stands out for you?
Hey, was Crisis on Two Earths in that?
No, unfortunately.
No.
Oh man, that shit was hot.
But that's
that
a
was
good
a
movie.
good one. That is a very good. Rest in peace, Dwayne Duffy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, the one where they went to Apokolips with Big Barda.
Yeah, because they're fighting against Supergirl. That's
That doesn't count.
Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. Yeah,
That's a
That
good
doesn't
one,
count
too.
either.
It doesn't
That's
count.
a great
That
one.
was-
That doesn't count.
Hey,
That's not
hey,
part
I
of
got-
the universe.
Hey, I got nothing.
What? What about Flashpoint
Paradox.
Paradox? Yeah.
Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh,
okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay, yeah, that one's really good.
Let's go with that one. Terry?
Yeah, it's Flashpoint Paradox. I've seen most of them in this timeline, but the one that started it all is the best for me.
Okay.
Like that movie, I go back to it almost every year. It's a dope animated feature.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be the one to say I think the market is saturated with Batman and Superman content. The
I
Flash
understand.
is the heart. You know,
I understand.
The Flash is the heart. And so that's
Yo,
why
what
I
about
like
Throne of Atlantis? Was Throne of Atlantis? in there?
That's part of the
Yeah.
series.
Yeah. I like that too. That was
Okay.
dope. Yeah.
That was good.
I would say, go ahead, DC Son.
me, War, Bloodlines, Flashpoint.
Okay. Bloodlines, interesting. Okay. For me, I would say I didn't like War for whatever reason, but again, that goes into the whole thing of like it being this introduction of like this new universe, and I'm like,
That's why I liked it.
Which
Yeah.
one was War?
That was
War is
the
the
one.
very first one.
Yeah, the very first one after Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though
And
the
that's why
back,
I liked it because it was
right.
Oh,
everyone
okay. I
being
remember.
everyone being introduced to each other, and it was similar to
yeah.
the comic book of pretty much basically New 52 Justice League
Right.
1 through 6. But there's a couple scenes they didn't have in there. One you would love because it has the Flash in it. Just when
I
Flash and
remember
Superman
it.
meet each other
I
for the
remember it.
first time.
And I think that's
Yeah.
also again why I didn't like it, because I didn't like that introduction, and I didn't like, they kind of disrespected Darkseid in some sense. I'm like, is this motherfucker mute or something? Like he was like this dude did not talk the whole time, whereas the previous version they had Andre, what's his name, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he's up here quoting like your filth. I'm like, okay. Anyways, for me, I'm gonna have to say Bloodlines. I like that one. Flashpoint Paradox and the Death of Superman. I thought they adapted that story fucking amazingly for this new age. So I think that's the biggest challenge of them, adapting the story,
It was good.
the classic stories, and bringing it to a new,
New audience, updating it.
10,
I
20
love
years
the first
later.
act.
You know, yeah. Death
The
of
first act
Superman, I
was dope.
thought worked really well.
Yeah.
The Reign of the Superman, they did their best, and as a comic book fan, it was kind of iffy for me. But seeing Marta's expression as a casual person coming in and not
Yeah.
knowing that four
Yeah.
new motherfuckers were going to show up, that's awesome. So I
Yeah.
think they knocked it out.
That
the
was
park
cool.
adapting that.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I also highlight the writing real quick?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I like it's
Okay,
so
sure,
smart.
Jenna Craig, okay.
You know, a lot. Right, like so, like you said, the Death of Superman. I remember Lois talking about, man, Clark. It makes sense. You never sweat, like, you know, like little things like that. You know,
Slam
that's
it.
human.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
like that. I never even think about that.
Yeah, I would say, and I just finished the Judas contract today, and I thought that was pretty well updated in the fact that they included Twitter, and they had things that teens would normally do. He was talking about Twitter at the time. He's like, yeah, I'm going to use something called Twitter, and like he's up there doing Snapchats, and he gets invited on a podcast, Kevin Smith. So I thought that worked out really well. So, all right, enough, because we got to make sure we get everybody in here for the show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Full reaction is available on Patreon, guys. Make sure you're checking the channel, supporting the channel, supporting the site. It makes everything all right. And we're about to get into the conclusion of the James Tucker run and the Kevin Feige of the animated world, I suppose. The conclusion, I don't know exactly what's happening, but I've heard a lot of things of and I've heard a lot of people compare this to, well, I'm not even going to say, because you guys might be looking for it after that, but a lot of people are saying this is what they were expecting for a live action Justice League movie.
That's a good thing to hear.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is what they're expecting, and let's see what it's all about. Superman,
So I
tell
guess
us
we'll
what's
see that.
up.
I guess we'll see that when it comes to the Snyder Cut.
Your latest reaction to Justice League Dark War, Apokolips, fuck 'em up, let's end this, whatever it takes. The animated feature, Love You 3000, starts now. The Trinity is not fucking around here.
No. Oh shit!
You think John Jones would voice the reason?
They can see this shit.
Damn it!
Oh crap!
Wait,
God,
keep
man.
listening in
Hey,
on
you know
all
why
this?
I'm like
Are you
that? Because
serious?
Cyborg has that damn mother box.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, Doomsday.
Wow.
Oh my God, that was the fucking intro.
I was waiting for
Woo,
it.
they ain't fucking around here.
No.
Tell me what happened.
I want to know.
Cyborg
Yeah, me too.
and his Wi-Fi
Cyborg.
And
connection.
Cyborg glitching.
Oh,
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Hawkman.
Damn.
Whoa.
Oh.
Just put him in water. Oh my
Marvel.
God.
Captain Marvel.
Damn.
I mean Shazam.
Oh my god.
What the hell, man? What is this rated?
Yeah, Shazam flying with one leg.
Some he had plans for.
Okay, never mind.
No.
Oh my
Morbius
god.
chair.
That's your money, DC.
Yeah.
There we go. Get
Yo.
that tattoo, yo. Get that Soups ink. That's crazy. Is this from the comics?
No.
Man, this is messed
No,
up.
this is some new shit.
Yep.
Oh hell no.
Damn.
No, don't tell me he didn't do shit.
Yo,
Are
they
you
just
Yeah, he
ate
did.
her.
He did his
guy.
best impression of the
Way!
Flash.
And he made a portal.
And ran away.
Don't know why. I'm
wow.
But I will say in his defense, I mean, they already had her. They were eating her ass alive. Like,
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, but he still could have done something.
He could have done a lot.
Set them on fire. Set them on fire instead of
So-
having her just being eaten like a damn Lunchable. Come on.
that's
Oh,
Batman.
shit. Fuck! They
Yeah.
put him in the
Is he on the
chair.
chair?
They
Yeah,
put him
'cause
in
they
the
put him in the
fucking
chair.
chair.
Yeah, you saw that a few
They
minutes
put
ago.
him in the chair. Wow.
Damn.
Son of the
Am I
bat.
finally gonna like this guy?
Oh, hey, it's Prince Zuko.
Water. Oh, that was the dog she gave him.
You cost me my father
Mm.
and my teammates.
Damn, Starfire
Oh,
got freaking hacked.
Starfire, yo!
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Starfire looks Okay.
Go.
Superboy got taken down here. No!
Yes, my boy Nightwing.
No!
Oh God.
Fuck, that
Come
had to happen,
on.
It's my responsibility to save him. Or barring that, kill him if he can't be saved.
though. There you go.
Boom.
He would want that.
See? That's why I like Damien.
I had feelings for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
You
Oh,
did
no
make
shit.
the right decision.
Previously on the CW.
It wasn't that at all. I left.
Wow. Let's go, Damien. Let's go! Yes!
Don't kill
That's why
nobody.
Damien's the best Robin. Oh shit. Oh shit.
You know who we haven't seen from the Batman one? Red Hood.
Ah, man.
Damn.
Oh my god, I love her.
Oh hell no.
Oh my God. You can.
Oh.
Green Lantern's like, you can do this, man. You got this. Darkseid is just a man, a really rocky man with.
Whoa!
Big mouth. Get the ring! No! Done. No! Done.
Cold-blooded.
And he flew away.
Sorry, I gotta say it. Toasty.
We're only halfway through this shit too. How many people's gonna die next?
Everybody. No, I don't know.
Whatever it takes.
They killed the best Green Lantern. This shit is over. Everyone dies.
Yeah, everyone dies. Damn.
And there's the champion.
Shite and fried eggs.
Okay. No!
Flash is alive. We got it out, son. We got it out, son.
They got his ass on the cosmic treadmill.
Get him off of that. The most powerful member of the Justice League. He changed timelines.
No
Save
spoilers,
us.
please. No spoilers.
Save us. This is the only way. What are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, he just saw Flashpoint. Oh shit. Yeah.
It's on. Oh,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Hold on.
If he doesn't go back to save his mom, Darkseid isn't here.
Oh, nice.
Wow. They were all connected.
That was close.
Oh.
So what do they do with the shock of what they
So
now
why
look
the
like,
fuck didn't he do his techno magic before they went on the mission?
Don't know that. He don't.
God.
The same reason he was doing his Flash impression when he left the fight in the first place.
Batman stepped out to talk to the big Batman's returned.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Lord and master.
Oh my god.
Oh, snitch bitch.
Finish him and take your place as first among my servants.
Oh god.
Was he like
Oh,
Shang
God.
Tsung? He's like,
All right, Emperor.
Yo!
Yay! PTSD for the save! For the win!
what, the trauma snapped him out of it or some shit?
Yeah, throw the sword.
Throw the fucking sword. Yes!
Woo! Got him! Yes!
Oh, wow.
In the fucking face. You ain't see that? He's too quick. Batman. Oh shit, he gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Duck! Duck, Batman, duck!
Oh!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Damien. You ain't shit anyways.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Damn,
man.
Oh my
She's
God,
about to
they
go
did.
off now. Oh, he's done.
Oh! Release
She's
the
gonna let her father
demon.
go.
Game over.
Yes.
Oh,
Game
yeah.
over.
Release Triangle.
Release the
Dark
Kraken.
side. You...
Release the Kraken.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They said, fuck.
Plot twist, motherfucker.
Are you
Oh,
serious? What in the fuck?
Damn. Oh.
Oh.
Done. Yo.
He's
Trigun
like, yeah,
for the
give me a
win.
good-
Vengeance.
Exactly.
Save them.
Tear.
Oh.
That's messed up.
Okay, Damien. All right, I give you that.
Hold
I
on,
respect.
Damien.
Lois?
He's gonna fly back and reverse time himself.
No.
Do it, Soups.
Oh my gosh.
Fast enough. He's gonna reverse time. Christopher Reeve style. Do that shit, man. Yo!
Is that Betty?
What in the fuck?
He's turning Super Saiyan. Yes. Yo, call back.
Oh,
Wait, what?
He enchanted his ass and he ran off.
Ah. Okay.
She's gonna be white lady.
What's going on with Satana?
Nah, come on. Don't
Raven.
bring Damien back. That was
Yeah.
perfect.
They already
Yep,
foreshadowed
White Raven.
it when they said she lost her
she's White
human
Raven.
Yeah.
power.
What the hell is this?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
She healed him
Wyvern.
Brought me back.
With no Lazarus
I
pit.
had to take the chance.
But the strength of a lost love is only
So,
The fuck?
They got the full edge.
Not
There we
bad.
go. Full
Okay.
Trigun.
unless you would fight me for the right to destroy him.
He's like, no, I'm good.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm a dip.
It doesn't work like that, genius. Now leave before these assholes realize they're gonna be trapped here forever.
Alright, peace out.
Cheers.
You fucked
Damn.
up anyway.
he just like, cheers.
Yeah, this dude's stuck on the fucking bus.
Funny how they always find a way to kill off their brother.
Wow.
There is that as well.
Wow.
The Justice League doesn't quit.
You don't get to say that.
If we work together,
Yeah,
Yeah, he
right.
does.
we can save the planet.
Nah, Constance. Yeah, fuck this. I've heard that before. Flash.
You know what you have to do.
Yep.
Exactly.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Flash. The heart.
Run, Barry.
Get up.
Run.
Gosh, I'm tired of that face. Get the fuck up. Shave.
Barry,
and
calm
run.
down.
Okay.
Calm down, Dick. Calm down.
There you go.
Run, Barry. Wait, did he just gain a bunch of muscle mass?
Yeah, he
got that
got
like
jacked,
suddenly.
didn't he?
He jacked
Accelerated
up.
healing
Let's
factor.
go.
Look up.
Let's go.
There we
Run,
go.
Barry. Run.
Yes.
Come on, buddy.
Wow.
I love this shit. It took 10 years.
This is
But here we
beautiful.
are.
Damn.
Fuck yeah. Oh, they want to kiss?
Yeah, this is it. This might be the only time they ever get a chance.
Yeah.
They
He's
ain't
like,
gonna
let's go
remember
this
any
way.
of this shit. Wow. This was beautifully executed.
Damn, so we're not going to see
Yeah.
it, though.
Damn.
They're gonna roll
I like that.
credits.
They let the Trinity last just a few seconds longer.
Yeah.
All
Right?
right, here we go. It's a brand new day. A
Nah,
brand
they're
new.
going to roll credits on us.
Nah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
That's it. That's it, yo.
Wow.
That's how you end this shit.
Wow.
That
You end it that way so it keeps everybody
Good
guessing what's gonna
job,
happen.
James Tucker.
Right.
Jim
Nice.
Craig. Nice job, guys. Amy. Wow.
I was not expecting to be this hype. Shit.
Wow.
That was was
somebody
boss.
wanna let me see. Tyrone, can you skip
I'm
ahead, see if there's any
fast-forwarding.
after credits?
Yeah, let me see.
there
No,
there are
there
no
are
after
none.
credits. There aren't
I
any.
already
no.
skipped through.
You already checked? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
None.
Hold on. Let me just see who's playing who here. Rosario
None.
Dawson. Who did Shamar Moore did Cyborg. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
He's been doing
Yeah,
Cyborg for a good
time.
minute.
Dawson. We got Stuart Allen. Okay, he did do Damien. John DiMaggio did King Shark. Oh, okay, so that was Liam McIntyre doing
That's why I said
Captain
Spartacus.
Boomerang.
He's the one that took
Okay.
over the Spartacus role after
All right.
Andy Whitfield passed.
So there you have it, folks. That was it. That was Justice League Dark, Apokolips War. We got the Infinity
Damn.
War, Endgame, of everything. I want to get Tyrone's comments in here before he has to bounce. Go for it, bro.
Well, I want to start off by saying this movie really made me give a shark. It was great. No, it was really good. Yeah, yeah, especially the part. All of the parts were great, but when Superman jabbed his eyes into his fingers into Darkseid's eyes, I screamed so loud. My wife came in and was like, she was like, sorry. But overall, it was awesome. It was very good. And I kind of like how they kind of wrapped it up nicely at the end.
I agree. I'm glad they didn't preview anything. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if they would have left it as it is, it would have been like maybe too much of a downer.
I agree.
Possibly too much of a downer.
I agree.
But overall, it was fun. It was like probably this might be my number one right now for the DC animated movies.
No, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying,
great.
man. Wow.
It's better than Endgame.
Whoa!
Wait a second. Wait, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Right.
No, it's joking. It's great though. It's great. It's great.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. Using a flash is kind of what's the word you're using? What I'm looking for? Where you you kind of write yourself into a corner and you're like, okay, let's just use the flash to go back.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, there you go.
Machina. Yeah,
just recoon everything here. So whereas in game is,
I think they basically just did it because they had Flashpoint.
Yeah.
So just use his character to open and close it.
All right, so that is it. That's 8 years of a conclude. That's the 8-year trilogy of the James Tucker saga. It started with Flashpoint and it essentially ends with another form of a Flashpoint. That is fucking wild, man. They did a great job on all of that, and I like how everybody kind of played a particular role. And I am so glad that I actually watched Justice League Dark yesterday, because there would have been a lot of emotional context that I wouldn't have had with Constantine. Let's Dionysus, since we haven't heard from you with a lot of stuff recently, what did you think?
It's good, man. It's good. Like Tyrone said, it's better than Endgame. no, because Thanos, he's gone. Darkseid, he can come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Darkseid fan. I'm just gonna admit it. I love Darkseid, man. He's yeah. So I wanted to kind of see him come out a little bit more on top too.
Oh, really?
But,
really?
He wasn't on top enough.
Right, I'm like, this dude had somebody. How long was the time? How long was the time jump? Was that a 2-year time jump?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, 2 years. Interesting enough, that was kind of odd that they. I wasn't exactly sure why, but they ended the setting after the 2-year jump was on Earth 2 for whatever reason. That was quite interesting.
It was Earth 1. It was Earth 1. It was just 2 years later.
No, I thought it was 5 years
it was Earth 2.
Yeah, it was Earth 2.
Yeah, it was Earth 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of interesting too, which also begs the question a little bit as to the point of like, one Earth is going off its rotation, but what about the other ones? So interesting.
Okay, now you're confusing me. I thought it was all on the same Earth.
Hold on. I mean, we can go check it, because I'm pretty sure, like, from the beginning, after the big fight in the beginning, they were like, all right, yo, it's Earth 2. Hold on. I'm
check it.
I'm so confused with
We're
Earth
all
1,
data checking now.
What is this Earth 1, Earth 2? I don't get it.
We'll explain it. Hold on.
Because I don't think they went into multiverse.
Let's confirm it first. If it's otherwise, it has no context to
what
we're.
Here we go.
I'm there too. We're all there, and it says, "Oh, you're right. It says Earth: 2 years later."
Later, yeah.
Earth
Yeah.
colon 2 years later, but they did it so quick.
Yeah, let's not confuse me. I don't read DC comics. I'm not into all that shit.
Okay, so never mind, Martin. Forget everything we just said, but I'll give you the short
Yeah,
version.
because like it didn't make sense because I'm like, no, it's the same Earth, and I thought
same
it was
Earth, it's
5
just 2 years later.
But
But what happened is very similar to what happens in the Earth 2 comic
2
book series,
version. Yeah,
where
exactly. Yeah.
Apocalypse basically,
yeah,
Earth gets invaded, all the heroes are wiped out.
Yep.
Shit.
And you're dealing with like Jay Garrick as the Flash coming up. Basically, your Justice Society character, so to speak, coming in, and they're reinvented a bit, costumes and stuff like that. And then the Superman that's there are 2. One is a knockoff. The other one is Val Zod. He was raised by Kal-El's parents. That's why he has the S and not the Zod symbol on his chest. He's the one in the blue. I'll show you.
There is precedent for this story.
Somewhat.
Oh yeah.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
So what they're doing is what James Tucker and company, Jim Craig, did is like they took some of the most impactful moments of a lot of different stories, a lot of different big DC stories, and then they kind of made it into their own. Because I noticed little nods, even with Robin dying. That's a nod to the way Robin died.
Jason Todd.
No, not that one. The way Damian died in the comics, in the same way he held him and everything. The way Bruce was holding him and everything. I'm like, fuck. So that's why I was kind of like, with them bringing him back, I'm like, yeah, I kind of wanted him to stay dead because that was like the perfect way. Because throughout the entire movie and throughout the entire series of with Damian Wayne, Terry was saying, I do not like this dude, and you weren't supposed to like him. The way he was introduced in the comics, he was a fucking asshole. Everybody fucking hated him.
He's a punk.
And the
exactly.
Not Alan Moore, but somebody else, very famous. Grant Morrison, I want to say. Grant Morrison wrote Damian to be that dude just to kill him off, but people started to like him much.
I like
but yeah,
because they ended up making Jason Todd nice.
But the way they killed him, the way they ended up killing him, like that was real nice. All right, so just so it wasn't Earth 2, it was Earth 2 years later. So and
that's Earth 2 Superman right there that I'm pointing at, Marta.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are
this is Earth 23.
Here's a question around the board, because we're gonna have to bring it up regardless. How much of Endgame were you sort of thinking throughout the entire movie? Like,
none at all.
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all, actually. Yeah.
Not at all. No.
Oh man, I saw so many nods.
There were some similarities. There was like
there were a lot of similarities.
They totally pulled Groot. That was totally Groot.
But not just that. Constantine just drinking, and then they kind of split Fat Thor up between Constantine and the demon.
Well, Constantine is known for being stuck to his vices, smoking and drinking. He's an alcoholic and smokes. That's why his path to redemption is so hard for him, because he does everything wrong. But when it's time, he'll do things for the right reasons. So that's why that didn't bother me at all.
Did anybody see the Constantine movie?
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
the one with Keanu Reeves, of course.
No, no. I'm talking about
the animated.
Right, the animated one.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I didn't see the animated Constantine. I only saw Keanu Reeves' movie, and so that's the characterization I had. Like, he's a fuck up.
Oh.
No, I feel like it's a lot different in Constantine City of Demons, and that's why I understood. I mean, I was still disappointed with him running away.
But I like the way they explained that, though.
Well, I explained it. He was compelled.
They made you kind of angry at him, and I kind of like I said, it's very comparable to Thor and shit in Endgame, and he was disappointed with himself for just leaving and shit.
But there's like
it made me think of his old TV show.
Yeah,
it was so good on its own.
So Well, let's talk about that for a second because interesting enough, similar, I would say, to Paul Rudd and Ant-Man's sort of participation in Endgame. They sort of decided to let Constantine be the person you vicariously
scapegoat?
live through. He's the kind of everyday man that they needed. We couldn't do it through Clark. We couldn't use Batman. They basically took all the heroes that we love or followed, and they're like, yeah, they all got fucked up. So Constantine became that kind of everyday man that you vicariously live through. What did you guys think about that? Him being basically the guiding point of this whole story, the narrator.
It was great, but in regards to Paul Rudd and Endgame, like that stopped once he reached the Avengers' doorstep. Like,
I agree.
Once like Constantine in this, he was the man throughout. And then,
yeah.
And I haven't seen the other animated movies with him, and I'm sitting there wondering, like, bro, where was these spells when shit was going down?
Tricks? Yeah.
And then so maybe he's just that kind of guy, like like that person that has to work under pressure, but like really, really under pressure. I don't know, like.
You mean more so than watching your girl get,
I don't know. It's just he had.
No, I'm just teasing it. He was compelled.
It was weird. It was weird. Like obviously he had that one thing that fucked his life up, and I mean it's already fucked up. But like
several,
and then finally 2 years later, he's activated, right? Like he's doing.
But again,
all the right moves.
But it was.
Yeah, he was.
But it was already explained that
he was compelled,
Batman,
so he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But I thought that was, and again,
I thought it was great though.
I thought that was pretty clever in a sense because it had the audience pretty fucking mad at him for a good minute, a hot minute, especially after seeing him in Justice League
Through
Dark.
the whole movie, man.
Yeah,
was
through the
mad
whole
at
movie.
him. Was mad / disappointed in his character and Cyborg, and they both redeemed themselves by the end of the movie.
However, there's something that I was thinking at the beginning of this because when Superman was giving that speech and he was up there breaking shit and what have you not, Luthor was making some sense. Constantine was making some sense, but I was kind of curious. I was kind of curious about Batman, and there is one moment where the Trinity is explaining some shit and you see Batman kind of looking to the side, and I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, wait a second, is Batman completely down with this plan? This isn't really that tactful and what have you not, but now it all got explained, the fact that Batman he needed a backup plan, and he told Zatanna, we need that everyday man, because he's the one that recruited Constantine into the Justice League. Yes, Tyrone, you got a balance?
Yeah, I got a balance, but I just want to say it's my quick opinion on Constantine. I think because it's Justice League Dark, that this is his realm, so
true.
Dark is usually magic, and he's usually the lead character in these stories, so I think that they couldn't have done it without him, obviously. And he definitely proved to be a very important part of them succeeding.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good point, yeah.
This series definitely made Constantine cool, that's for sure.
Yeah, because his TV shows was decent, but then it just kind of crapped out.
Yeah.
But bringing that actor back to voice this character, I thought was nice.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Kind of wish the CW and the TV show DCTV kind of took a look at this before they did Crisis on Infinite Earths and shit. Like, Constantine might have done a little bit more there. So, damn.
So I'm gonna go ahead and dip out, but you guys continue the conversation. Catch you guys next time. All right, peace.
All right. Make sure you guys check out Tyrone Miller. He later, man. He did the damn thing. Made sure he was able to come in for this group here, as DC Sun selflessly exploits his own channel. So make sure you check that out as well.
just sorry, I ain't posted nothing on my channel.
All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the fact of how well balanced everything was in this particular movie, because whether or not we've seen every title, there were a lot of franchises that they had to blend together, and I think they did a really good job. Like Tyrone was saying, they called it Justice League Dark. I get it, but I think that was a clever way of getting everybody, myself included, to go back and watch Justice League Dark for the first time, and see get up on that magic. Because if I didn't, I would have been I just wouldn't have had as much connection to all the magical creatures that were in there. Even the scene with the house and everything, I was like, okay.
I don't think Terry, I don't think you didn't recognize that character, right? The purple girl.
Yeah,
No clue.
He didn't recognize Orchid.
No clue.
Orchid, right? She's the magical embodiment of Constantine's house. So.
Yeah.
Of the house.
Yeah.
Of the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's the protector of that realm.
Okay.
Yeah. Think
Why
of
did
like
you-
on
Howl's
another
Moving
plane.
Castle, but if Howl's Moving Castle if the castle had an embodiment. Version.
Or another Doctor Strange's house, the Sanctum Sanitarium, or what, like the Cape,
Okay.
Doctor
Sanctum
Strange's
Sanitarium.
Cape, some shit like that. Yeah.
I figured
Basically,
another
it's
superpowered
another
being.
dimension.
I just never seen that character design before. Like,
Yeah, no, it was interesting, right? Yeah.
I only ever seen her in that movie, that the Dark Justice League.
I've seen her. Sometimes she gets used in Titans.
Okay.
And of course the Justice League Dark series, but she's usually dealing with something in the magical realm.
Yeah.
Occasionally she'll have a nod or a cameo somewhere, but usually when there's magic involved. Same thing with Constantine.
Yep.
I like Constantine and how like when I started to see him in this whole series, it was nice kind of getting a little bit away from all of like the
Superpowered
alien
stuff. Yeah.
I'm in a different realm. Like it was kind of cool and like refreshing to sprinkle in something that was just pure magic and having two characters, Zatanna and Constantine. Like I thought that was I like that, and that was my first introduction to Zatanna too, because like I know her artwork and I've seen her character, but I've never like read her or learned anything about her until I started watching these movies. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I do like how they show.
Where did your head go?
Yeah, right.
I do like how they show
Suicide Squad
magic and how like you don't have to be a Superman to be super. Like as long as you know some spells, you know some shit. Like you're capable. You're even deadly, and I do appreciate that. I never really felt that until this movie.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, on the other hand, I still like the fact that you can be Superman without powers and still be out there kicking ass and shit. Like he was like, nah, I'm gonna fucking stop this shit and save the Flash. I'm like, all right, like that.
I liked how they utilized his character without powers, or with limited powers, so to speak, and how that suit. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate Lex Luthor's suits in almost every iteration I've ever seen, with the exception of one, and that was Crisis on Infinite Earths, because he had
the gold and the black one.
Right, that was because it seemed more practical. Because when I look at Lex Luthor and him being the way he is, it's like he wants to be practical, but he wants to show that he can do a lot of stuff. So why wouldn't you have something that's more form-fitting? Even with Cyborg, in the comic books, in the more recent years, they took all that clunky-looking design and slimmed it down and made it more practical, even to the point where he could hide the mechanical parts and make it look like actual skin. It's like, that's smart. With all that technology, you couldn't do that before. So watching Superman in that suit, I'm like, please destroy this suit, because it just looks clunky. And I didn't want it to look too clunky because he shouldn't have that power. And when he's sitting there like this, he looks too strong for what it needed to be. So I was happy when it got destroyed. And it's Lexus.
What are your guys' honest thoughts about the violence, the excessive violence in this particular show? Now, just think about it from a perspective of, yes, you can, as a fan, it's awesome, it's cool, they took it to the next level, right? But I also think it's something to keep in mind is the fact that this is one of the few titles in this particular line that took the violence to an excessive amount. And so if you're a kid that's been sort of watching the earlier shows and shit, suddenly this shit got taken to a whole nother level. What are your guys' thoughts on the excessiveness of
what is this
the violence?
movie rated?
I'm sure it has to be.
It's rated dark. It's rated dark. They told you. They told you. You know, they told us this is
They said rated dark for fucking hell.
So I agree with them because the Dark series, even in the comic books, is more violent. It's like X-Men's X-Force, where the X-Force line is basically special ops. They take out everybody.
Okay.
Exact same type thing. So the dark magic, meaning death, hell, all kinds of stuff. So people dying and getting ripped apart. I think it fit for this. That, and it's called Apokolips War. Come on, if there's no blood, it'd be like, really? That's kind of
Though I will say, but I still think that is so as I was about to say as a parent, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? No. But as somebody that is around kids and stuff, I mean, you put, you know, if they were gonna do that, you don't put the name Justice League in the front then, because no, like parents aren't up here like
there as well.
Nobody knows what the fuck that means if you're unless you're a super nerd and shit. You know,
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
okay, well, let's
they're going,
change
oh,
the word.
Justice League Dark. Okay, well, let me just, you know, that's like saying Mickey Mouse Dark. It's like, you know,
but
they got to keep that in mind.
They look it up.
No,
that's why
I don't know. How many
this.
parents are up here checking ratings and things like that? If they see Justice League, they think Superman, Wonder Woman. I see what so it is an interesting thing, and I'm kind of surprised that hasn't actually come up in the news and things like that. But it is interesting. Go ahead, Marta.
So that's why that. Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Marta.
I think that's what I appreciate about these DC movies, is that like Marvel was so I feel like was so influenced by Disney, and it was like don't get me wrong, love the Marvel movies.
I agree.
But now that I've seen both series in its entirety, the DC and the Marvel, I mean it's obvious, but DC was definitely for the adults, and I appreciated that. I think a lot more now
Preteens and
back
adults,
than the Marvel movies. Like Marvel movies were really funny, but like there was still I'm just picturing how much better the movies would have been with the element of gore and some of the, I mean, there was adult humor sprinkled in throughout because parents have to take their kids to these movies, so they do that, like it's practically mandatory now. But it would have been a lot cooler if there was a little bit more of an X rating, you know, a more mature rating to the Marvel movies. So I'm kind of torn. I feel like, kind of going back to what we were talking about before with regards to comparing the two, I think I might like the DC movies better just because I felt like it was more suited.
Are you talking about the animated ones or the actual live action ones?
No. I'm talking about what we just saw.
Okay. Yeah, we got to clarify that one real quick.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, the DC movies, this animated,
the animated
saga that we just completed. Yeah, that's what I'll be referring to from now on. I'm not talking about live action.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Like when it comes to gore, it works well for animation, right? Especially that's why I asked, what is it rated? Because obviously.
I'm still trying to.
If we're talking about rated R, because if we're talking about kids,
it's
clearly
rated R because
you know,
animation to be rated R by the MPAA for some disturbing violence. Justice League Dark features an original premise wherein supernatural force is causing violent crimes across America.
Yeah.
And they also say that Batman consults occult detective John Constantine to form a paranormal team of metahumans. Hence the reason it goes dark.
And so
they have a shit demon. So I mean, it's kind of hard to make that PG-13.
They didn't make this for kids. They made this for us, right? Like for adults, and that's what was dope. So and when it comes to live action, with the MCU, even still, like when it comes to movies, like that kind of gore is only reserved for horror movies. You don't like I think about some of rated R movies that I think are great, but it's like, you know, like Django Unchained or Scarface, like they weren't gory, but the subject matter was adult oriented, slavery, you know, fucking drug running and shit like that, right? So it's not necessary for comic book movies, unless animation, you want to shock us with killing John Stewart the way they did.
John Stewart. Yeah, because that broke my heart.
Yeah. And I think that was like, those were some of the great movies, the great moments of this movie. Like, you're like, yeah, you're going to say that quote. You're going to get it. You're going to get that power. And you're going to fight these assholes.
Nah.
And it's like, and then gone. And I'm like, excuse me?
I have to I love the fact that they kind of got you like that, because like the way that was building up, I'm like, there is no way he's finishing that quote. He finished it, it just didn't do shit.
Finished it and just didn't do it.
That was great.
We got to talk about like the direction and how they're able to make these moments. That plus what me and you saw with Red Sun, fucking Bizarro versus Superman. That scene was dope. Like they're able to really make us feel shit. Like,
I'm gonna read you something really quick about the director, because he actually did have to explain why Justice League Dark is rated R. When Warner Brothers Animation and DC Entertainment revealed that Batman: The Killing Joke and an animated adaptation of Alan Moore and blah 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 blah, some assumed its mature classification would hamper its box office. This is very true. A lot of people assume that. However, since its July release, the film has already quadrupled its production budget. Providing that there is an appetite for R-rated animated films, Warner Brothers Animation and DC Entertainment was more than willing to allow Justice League Dark to go down that same path. Director Jay Olivia addressed its R rating while providing a breakdown of the film's recently released trailer. He says, "If I knew that I could get away with a rated R, I would have made it a hard R," Olivia told Empire. "When we make these films, our goal is always a PG-13. So there's certain things that we know we can't get away with and things that we can't. I can't get away with and we can't. We can't do beheadings and we can't do arterial blood spray or anything like that. I'm just trying to tell the best story that I can, and from there we edit some things out or we try to hide it. Instead of showing a beheading, we cut to the shadow on the wall as you see the beheading in the shadow, but you don't actually see it. The Killing Joke was kind of a godsend in a sense of because of its success and because home video took a chance of releasing it as an R and paved the way for this to be R." So that's basically so that makes sense. So essentially they still shot it the way they kind of wanted to shoot it, but then when they got the green light, they were like, shit, well, let's go all the way. Like let's see, is there anything else?
You know, I want to add something to that. Like we know what like dark, whenever you hit dark humor, or that's kind of a, that's a dark joke or whatever, we get it. So it's like if we change the title, if they had called it Justice League Erotic, we would know, we know what they're gonna be doing.
That's a good point.
Apparently, someone really
Justice League nude. Oh shit! What?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Justice League pink.
No pun intended.
To that point, though, I think it still would have been successful if there was like a naughty version of these movies.
It would be very successful.
And I think it's because, and what I like is that again, like I appreciate the R rating. I appreciate that they directed it towards an older audience and allowed the parents, whether to allow their kids or not. But I was thinking too while we were, talking that like. Is it safe to say that like the majority of the audience for the DC universe is older, and that their bigger market is people who are older who grew up with it, rather than the brand new, the brand new kids
That's a good
growing
question.
up, only seeing and really being exposed to, I would say, not even like the regular animated series Teen Titans, but the other one. Wasn't there one that's like Tiny Titans or something
Or Teen
like
Titans
that?
Go.
Teen Titans. You had Teen Titans,
Or
then
Titans
Teen Titans
Go,
Go.
or what?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Teen Titans is what I grew up with, and I feel like my generation is of the old, with the older crowd, and so the ones younger than me, I think they were really only exposed to Teen Titans Go, because I'm trying to think of like other DC shows, DC cartoon shows that have been released within the last couple of years.
DC,
but on
you have
television.
Superhero Girls. You have Justice League Action.
My daughter watches that.
So you have what
Teen
they've done is
Titans
they've
Go to
taken,
Hollywood or something like that. Yeah.
Teen Titans Go, the movie. They basically have a wide range of the same characters, but in different age brackets. So the animated movies that have come out have been geared towards PG-13 and R, more of the teen and adult, so they can actually get into deeper storylines and have more physical time with the production, because with the TV shows, it's usually about 20 minutes, maybe an hour, if it's a standalone film. But those are always done for the younger audiences.
Yeah, the little tots.
And people kind of, it's not that they didn't like it, they enjoyed it, but you have people, it's like, hey, I kind of want to read, I kind of want to see something that's similar to the books that I'm reading, which are darker in themes and so on and so forth. So they've just basically made it a wider range of variety of what you can pick up and watch. And these series has basically just been geared towards preteens and adults.
Yeah, you know, I always had a feel like DC was more advanced. I know they're like, they got the same parallels, like, you know, Thanos and Darkseid or Quicksilver and Flash, but like I always felt like Marvel was more of a middle school and DC was like a high school. That's how
high school.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
Growing up, it did feel like that, especially when there are more popular characters at that time, even now, but at that time were like Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was dealing with, you know, high school and then eventually university, but he was the jokes and the things that would happen were still made for general audience, which was good.
Though that being said, what I would say, I would equivalate it more to the fact that, you know, DC is dealing with characters that are generally walking gods outside of Batman. These dudes are fucking gods, and it's hard, you can't really humanize them when most of them aren't even fucking human, whereas that's where Marvel sort of always stepped in. The best quote I ever heard was the fact that Marvel exists only because they were able to see what DC was doing and essentially created deformed versions and broken down versions of DC characters, but that's also why they're so relatable, because they're so human. And what I would say is not necessarily putting an age on it, but I think there's more of a form of compassion and a form of relatableness as to why the Marvel line has more of a connecting point. Everybody has fucking problems paying the rent, like Peter Parker and what have you not. Whereas I would say DC does rely a lot more on having to have these apocalyptic, no pun intended, sort of storylines and sort of darker storylines, but also mixing in that fun point of science and different universes
and magic and stuff like
and
that,
magic and things like that, because you are playing with a form of mythology. And I also think that even Henry Cavill said that several times, is that's the way he's always viewed it with DC versus Marvel, is the fact that DC is just another form of telling Greek god type stories, but they're the new age versions of that. So I would agree with that.
Some of those characters are based off of.
Right.
Like
And I wouldn't really put an age bracket on, because the problem is, I understand what all of you guys are trying to say, but then what that does is start brewing this idea of like, well, fucking Marvel's for fucking kids and DC's for adults. It's hardcore. And I've always hated that particular situation.
But Marvel.
No, I know that's not what you guys are saying, but that's what people equivalated to.
Nothing more hardcore than this
a variety
right here.
Yeah, there's a good variety of stories that are meant for specifically for different age groups using the same characters.
Absolutely,
and it goes well for both DC and Marvel.
Right, you got Marvel Knights, and then you got Teen Titans Go and things like that. So,
yeah, so writing style, what fits your palette.
So certainly, I think there's something for everyone. I mean, for me, in some form or fashion, my introduction to Batman was through Darkwing Duck. So,
okay,
you know,
oh wow,
because essentially that's what Darkwing Duck was basically a form of. So, let me see. Is there anything?
I have a random silly question.
Go for it.
Like I'm a super noob question. Who came first, Marvel or DC?
DC. Oh. DC beat Marvel by about 20 to 30 years, I believe. Yeah.
The very first serialized character that was made is Superman.
Yep.
And then from there, they ended up making Batman and Wonder Woman. That's why they're called the Trinity, because they were the first three.
Yep.
Then you had other publications, because at the time they were in newspapers, and then into actual magazines, which we now know as comics, comic books, that were made not long after that. And some of it was mimicking the first three, because that's what was popular. And at that time, copyrights weren't so strenuous as they are now.
So just because they came first doesn't mean they're better. Let me just also throw up that there was this guy called Captain Marvel.
I was just about to start talking about that.
He was pretty much a carbon copy of Superman, and he outsold that motherfucker.
Yep, that is true. And then, now, look, where is he now? Terry?
He's owned, but like crazy. Like they literally copied him. They copy and pasted and was like, no, he's not Superman. He's just
they copied and pasted.
Marta, to give you the simple, right? To give you the simple history on that one. So you know Shazam, the dude that you're seeing with the fucking gold leg and shit.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one movie I haven't actually, the live action Shazam. I actually didn't see, so I don't really know much about him.
So his original name, kind of his original name, was Captain Marvel, and he was a whole nother company. Actually, it wasn't even a DC. It wasn't even a DC character at that time.
Yeah.
Fawcett Comics, and DC ended up buying them out later and buying the license and shit.
That's what you do. You just buy enemies.
Yeah. Because so basically, DC used to be like Disney back in the day. So.
It's amazing the business history behind it all. Like you know,
you had a lot of characters that came out where you had the head of DC and the head of Marvel playing golf together. Yep. Like, hey, you know, what characters are you coming up with? And you know, they sit there and spitball, and then they run back to the office and try and compete with the other one. But it was more friendly competition at that time because they just needed to sell. And of course, things evolve and change later.
You'd be very surprised. Like, I'll never forget how when Infinity War, I believe, came out. Not Infinity War. When when Identity Crisis came out from DC, there was some shit called Identity Disc with Marvel, and the comic book store owner was like, "God damn, we're so fucking inbred," shit which is very true. They generally do the same thing, so that's why everybody was saying that this story was essentially the end game of the DC animation world. So I could see that. Anyways, keeping it on this particular story, so it's been an 8-year run. How did you guys like it?
I think I'm gonna go first. I think it's amazing that they went back to its origin with my man Flash running off. He didn't get enough screen time, but like that ending.
I
like,
thought of, and that's my one complaint there. That particular situation is the fact that, but that would have been kind of a giveaway if they did focus on him again too much.
Yeah, because I was thinking it, and then they did the whole Triton thing. Like, okay, I guess we're gonna.
Right.
Have the devil,
I thought it was gonna be a Trident thing from that point on.
Trigon.
Trigon. Sorry, but like
Triton is what Poseidon holds in his hand.
Yeah. And but like that was dope, and that we didn't see what the hell the outcome was, because that has me wondering who's gonna be the voice actors, right? Like what the artwork's gonna look like.
That's a good point.
Because when that shit happened, everyone's costumes changed and everything. So
Dionysus,
that was great.
8 years this world.
Actually, Flashpoint started it all. So yeah, I didn't see some of the what was the one that you said that you watched recently? The
Death of Superman, Wonder Woman, Bloodlines,
something contract, Judas contract,
Teen Titans, Judas contract. Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe I did see that. What is that about?
Terra, the undercover,
Deathstroke,
sleeper agent. Betrays the entire Titans. No. Okay, no.
No,
so
maybe
you didn't.
maybe I didn't see it. Yeah, maybe I didn't see that. But I think I remember looking up Juice. Okay, anyway. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's good. I just wish they could have had in the whole Crisis on Two Earths like that. That I actually like that artwork much better.
I agree.
But I like it.
Right. That is a good question.
Flashpoint was good art. Flashpoint seemed a little bit different than in artwork.
I agree. Oh well, they did that, and they also kind of did that on purpose as well, because that was to introduce the new Korean studios. A lot of the Korean studios that they're using, it's a little cheaper. But and that's another thing. That's a whole nother issue, and I really don't want to. I don't want to shit on the 8-year parade here, but sooner or later, Marta, I'm gonna have to introduce you to the stuff that came before Flashpoint, because a lot of those stories, that animation was fucking sick. Anyways, Marta, 8 years of the this particular version of the DCAU.
I absolutely loved it,
because it's all fresh to you within the last 2 days
having
or so.
compressed 8 years of films into the span of really like 3 days in total of down watch time. I thought it was so awesome. I love the way, as someone who didn't know anything about anything prior, I think they did a really good job with giving introductions to all of the characters, to understand like literally where they come from, but then also emotionally where they come from. It made me care. They did a really good job with making me care about each individual character, which is why, like, when we were talking about Damien earlier, I'm like, no, I love Damien. I love that he's a brat. They made me care about him through his story with I kind of consider it a bit of a trilogy, the Batman trilogy of
Batman and Son,
Batman versus Robin, and Bad Blood.
Okay.
Those three were extremely, extremely tight knit, and they did take place a lot closer in time, despite like actual
everything going on,
like time passing. But in the television, in the movie, not much time has passed. I feel like in between, if I remember it correctly, in between those movies. So. That it made me care a lot about, Damien and his story and Batman. And I think they did such a good job. I think my only complaint was
not enough Damien.
Kind of what? No, because I love Nightwing too.
No Kite Man.
No Kite Man. Yeah, no Kite
Man.
Hell
yeah.
Look at Terry's face.
8 fucking years and no Kite Man. James Tucker, you have filled this universe.
No Kite Man, no Poison Ivy.
Yeah, where the fuck is Ivy?
Poison Ivy?
Oh,
Poison Ivy was in it. She was in
No. When I said that, I meant this movie here,
Oh,
Apokolips War. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in
She didn't even
That
get a
woman
death
wasn't
on
either.
screen.
No.
Sorry, she was in it.
She died next to Swamp Thing.
There you go. All right, DC son.
For the 8-year run, I thought they did a really good job of, like Marta said, introducing characters for people who have been following the comic books or the stories from way back when, as well as potentially new fans. Not necessarily reinventing characters, but giving the characters more depth and more dynamic compared to what they had in other features. I thought was really smart. I really liked this last film. I thought was a good way to tie up storylines, get rid of, no puns intended, dead weight, but also to have you feel for characters that you usually wouldn't pay so much attention to and focus on. And they took those characters and they took every other character and flipped them on their heads. I enjoyed that. I also like the fact that they took inspiration from the books before New 52, and what's running into Rebirth. That's why it feels, for you Marvel fans, oh, it's like Infinity War, it's like Endgame. Now, this is stuff that they had been doing long before. It's just now making its way into animated, the animated space. But the execution was really, really good, really, really well done, and I enjoyed it. Short version.
Cool. What do we? So this is it. That this particular universe is all done. The timeline's going to be shifting again, and I do agree that I feel like the one thing actually missing was a good Flash story, because the Flash has only been like, even technically, even Flashpoint was heavily dependent upon the other bigger heroes of the DC universe. So I feel like the Flash actually never really got his own movie, or his own sort of feature, right? There's been, I mean, even the Reverse Flash had more screen time in Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
That was smart how they played Reverse Flash and Flashpoint. I liked how they did that, and the fight between him and the Flash with the dialogue about, who's the villain now, or that kind of thing. Man, that was really good writing. That scene was just epic. But I'm also glad that they didn't put so much focus on the Flash, because then you're dealing with something that would have been over immediately. Because technically, within this group of people, the only two people that can turn back time in any form are speedsters and Superman. And if either one of them did that, the story's not interesting. So having the Flash do it in Flashpoint was cool, and having him close up everything at the end of this was perfect for me.
It's just, it is kind of odd though,
and do like a Flash Rebirth, because that comic book is amazing. Have an animated version of that. Oh, I'm on board. I can't wait.
So speaking of which, so we can start closing this discussion up, is this is it. It's a new timeline. What do you guys want to see? Because I already know DC Sun has an idea of what's coming up next, but what would you guys like to see in this brand new days, this new timeline? Marta, I'm gonna let you go first since it's all fresh in your mind. What would you like to see more? What would you just like to see in the new timeline? Because you're the Flash now. You're running back in time. You know what just fucking happened. What would you have
the chance to reset everything?
Yeah.
That's so loaded, because it's like, I don't want a repeat of like what happened after Flash Paradox, because then it just becomes repetitive, then I start thinking about, like, I know this is kind of random, but it's a series I love. It's like Sailor Moon. It's like my problem that I had with Sailor Moon is that they fucking keep restarting everything over and over again, and it just becomes so repetitive with having to find each other again and blah blah blah. I do not. That's the one problem I have with Sailor Moon, and so I would hate for that to happen with with this whole story. that would just be a pain in the ass. Like I want them to already know each other, already have the Justice League established. I would love to see more collaboration between the Justice League and the Teen Titans, because I did like which movie was it? There was it
Justice League versus the Teen Titans?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't just making that up in my head. Yeah. Like I would love to see them collaborate more.
Okay.
And there was I had a thought earlier that there was one character I wish I saw more. I want to see more of Zatanna. For sure, I want to see more of Zatanna. I want to know about her background, her history. I'd even like to see more of Constantine, because I really like him. And even though like I loved Constantine City of Demons, I would love to know more of his origin story. But I would understand if they kind of took a break from Constantine, because his movie came out more towards the end of this 8-year saga, and then him being such a pivotal character to this final movie. I would understand it, but I would really like to see an origin story for him.
Okay.
And an origin story for Green Lantern, because
that's a good question. You know what? Yeah, that's wow. That's another character they didn't do anything with him.
They didn't do anything with Hal or John Stewart.
Wow,
And
the
like,
entire Lantern Corps. Wow.
So there's 3 characters I can.
They are fucking afraid to touch Green Lantern.
Guy Gardner. Kyle Rayner and John Stewart are the ones that you see the most, and then in the recent comic books you have Baz and Jessica.
So I would love to see it, because they just kind of showed up into the Justice League.
This is true.
There's like 3 or 4
That's
characters
a good question.
that just
That's
showed
a good
up into
point.
the Justice League.
Yeah.
That I was like really thrown off by, and I think I even sent you guys a text about it when I was watching the movies like live. That like, give me a good Green Lantern origins movie that ties in with all of this.
Okay.
Give me what's his? I keep wanting to say Hawkeye, but it's not Hawkeye.
Hawkman,
because he just showed up out of fucking nowhere.
True.
In terms of this 8-year saga, there was nothing
from Senegal
for him.
Okay.
Martian Manhunter, because I think he is one of the coolest underrated characters.
Dionysus' favorite. Yeah.
I love Martian because I loved him.
He's basically Icon.
I loved him in the Justice League series, but I would love, because like I think his powers were so cool, and I would love to see him used more.
Until someone lights a match.
Used well enough in this final movie, like after he was set free from the hypnosis of what's his name. So
what's his name? That's Darkseid. You better show some respect.
Put some respect on my name.
I'm trying to feel my tongue. And who was the other one? I feel like there was one more character that I didn't really get an origin story.
Male or female?
I can't remember. I'm just so overloaded with information right
It's okay.
now.
It's all good. All right, Terry.
Yeah, so what do I want to see next?
Yeah, in the new universe.
Something similar to JLU, Justice League Unlimited, right?
Interesting.
I want to see
less violence.
No, less Trinity.
Okay.
Right? Like.
What about that?
After they rebooted with this, like we had all these 3 Batman movies, quite a few Superman movies, 4 Batman movies, right? Like I want to see more of Green Lantern, like what Marta said. Like I want to see more of that dude, more Flash. Who else? We had one Wonder Woman movie.
Yes.
Like come on, like I saw Cheetah in the background. She got murked and cut in half. I want to see more of that.
They were aiming at her spots.
DC has so many characters, but I'm legit quite tired of focusing on the 2. More so Batman, because he makes $1 billion every fucking time.
And that's exactly the reason why. Because I completely disagree with what you're saying. I understand why you're saying it, but I disagree with why you're saying it.
Like I don't give a fuck about a Joker movie. Like, I want to see more of everybody else, please.
Yeah.
But which ones are the ones making the most money? That's the thing.
Those
How
are the
well,
ones they
how well
produce.
the Green Lantern movie do, and that's exactly
I'm
why
gonna
the
tell you
lanterns
what,
aren't being used right
they're
now.
not getting this
I like
dollar.
Yeah.
Green Lantern will get this fucking dollar. I'll give him a try before I see another Batman movie. I've seen the best. Stop. Let's do something else, please.
All right, DC.
Nolan is done.
Dionysus.
Yo, you want me to go? Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
cool.
Okay.
Well, it's funny because it's kind of the same vein as Marta and Terry. Like, I would like to see more of the minor characters come up. Now, we know they got their own comic books and stuff, but like, for example, come up and give more power to them. Like Blue Beetle, he's fucking cool. You know, he got this.
Exactly.
Yeah. He is adorable. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Or you know, Animal Man. Like put him. This guy understands.
What? Nigga, did you just say
Animal
Man?
He said Animal Man. Yeah, he had me on board.
Animal
with Blue Beetle, but when he threw out Animal Man,
I would watch a Kite Man movie before I fucking watch Animal Man. Come on.
That's when you get the Etrigan and it's yawn.
Animal Man is one of the 7 who actually understands that this is a reality embedded in a higher reality, right? He was told that this is a comic book. You know, you did it in Infinite Earth, in Crisis on Infinite Earth. Those extraterrestrials, the higher plane of existence, they came down and they showed him. They said, "This is a comic book." Him and Overman. Remember, Overman broke the lines of the comic and actually stepped out and walked behind the panels in the back of the page. So I'm saying, like, that's pretty omniscient. And so is you didn't.
I'm feeling that though. I like that.
That's a conversation you and DC Son can.
That would be a really good animated short.
Yeah,
a short.
And by the way, before I forget, you guys
DC used to do that.
No, they still do it, and we I feel so bad because on the DC Universe, Marta, are they offering that on the side? Do they show
what?
Because this particular one I think came out, excuse me, I could be wrong, but it might be Lady Death. With this one, when the full feature film is released on Blu-ray and DVD, it also comes with a short film, Green Arrow, Lady Death. So I don't know about this particular one, but I feel so bad because these shorts are coming out like probably Animal Man, but they kind of get passed up with the digital distribution. It's so disappointing. Yeah.
Well, it is Animal Man, so I kind of understand.
No.
Yeah, no, dude, he's cool. Look, he goes to another planet.
I'm just teasing you.
He taps into the morphogenic field of all animals. That's pretty hot.
Morphogenic field. That's where it's at.
Oh my God! Damn,
somewhere James Tucker and Jim Craig are like, "Oh my God, listen to this Negro. We need Animal Man now."
Get us Animal Man.
I guess my point is that these guys are pretty powerful beings. They just are kind of pushed off to the side because of lack of intelligence.
As far as what I'd like to see from here, I wouldn't mind seeing a Trinity movie with the 3 of them having to solve something outside of everybody else, just like in the comic books, the big crossover, because I think that would be really interesting, and it give them a chance to show more Wonder Woman, because I don't think that they showed her enough recently. But I can understand why they may not have, because they have a feature film coming out, so they may be waiting until that actually comes out and then do something after. That's fine, marketing, whatever. As far as the characters that don't get the limelight, having I don't know, part of me wants them to do a Justice Society, even if it's a small series, just so it ties into the Stargirl TV show, Black Lightning TV show, to make those a bit more interesting, like they did with the Flash and Arrow shows, and they did the animated versions of it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Vixen, another character. But outside of that, definitely 1000% Green Lantern. So outside of the HBO Max show that they're doing, an animated series of movies, I think would be cool. Have one movie per main character, say, of the top 5, and then have a final movie with all of them together solving a problem or doing something would be kind of interesting. So you have an origin story for, say, Hal. You have one for John, one for Guy, one for Jessica, because I don't think she's getting enough airtime, which would be good. And you have more of a dynamic between their backgrounds, their races, how the characters are actually portrayed in the stories would be interesting for newcomers as well as people who have been reading for a long time.
Okay. Do you guys think that celebrity talent is important when voicing these characters? Because I, for one,
it's the writing. The celebrity talent makes a difference for people who follow those celebrities, obviously. But if you are just coming into it and you haven't seen anything and don't know those people, you're not going to know the difference. But if a actor does a good job with that character, then it could be anybody.
Absolutely. Shitty writing is shitty writing, and it will.
Doesn't matter who voices it.
That's interesting.
Shitty, like that's why I felt like War, for me personally, War was the least well written out of all of them, just because.
Yeah, because it was a shitty story to begin with, but that's personally me.
No amount of celebrity.
Motherfucking Thanos. I almost just said Thanos.
Made a difference for me. It's nice to have celebrities in it, like for me, like I love Shamar Moore as an actor. I've seen him in a bunch of different stuff. I love him in Criminal Minds. I love him in SWAT. So having and I just think he's sexy. It's like,
I was waiting for that.
Baby, but that's a different story. But like it was so awesome, like having him and like realizing that it was him, and Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman was
Rosario
one of
Dawson's
the
Wonder Woman
surprises for me. I had no idea that it was her until you guys started mentioning it, and I was like, oh shit, that's really awesome. But at the end of the day, I wasn't seeing Rosario Dawson in Wonder Woman. I was seeing Wonder Woman for who she was and how she was written and her actions and animation. And so that's what I loved. That's like,
I agree.
Celebrity doesn't matter to me.
Green Lantern and Red Lantern crossover as an animated feature would be epic. Just because that storyline is really good, and you utilize a lot of different characters. Sorry.
The fuck was that called? The Lantern War or something?
Yeah, they kind of did that.
Darkest Night.
Blackest Night.
Was that the one with all of them, not just the black ones? Okay.
It's Blackest Night is where it starts,
and then Brightest Day.
Brightest Day after that.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
But the lanterns they made remember that CG thing with the Red Lantern was in there.
Right. That was the series. Yeah.
No, not like that. Make it like these movies. That was good for the kids, but keep it themed like these movies.
Yeah,
I see.
Damn. That is a good point. I would like to see the Blackest Night adapted in some form or fashion, because the Blackest Night is essentially, imagine everybody as zombies, all the DC superheroes as zombies.
Everybody that dies gets reanimated by Black Lantern controls death.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
They control
but without
there's different color lanterns.
It's black.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And they all have a different purpose, and they're all tied into that damn story.
I would like to see that adapted. I think if they took their time with it, they could reinvent and reinvigorate the hype of the Lantern Corps, because I for sure.
Awesome.
I understand exactly why WB is so hesitant. One of the worst movies they've ever made, and they took a huge dive on it. I understand why they're so hesitant on it, but they also made Batman and Robin, so and we are 27 Batman movies. Batman Forever was all right. 27 movies later, Batman movies later, we still have another Batman movie coming. So I agree.
Oversaturation.
With Terry's
in his face, man. He looks so mad.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm just
he's like
I'm chilling.
Like remember Dick Grayson in Titans? He's like, fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
He straight up said it, man.
I get it. You take a character and mess with them too much, it loses its pulp. You know, you have so many actors coming in playing Batman. That's great and all, but give Batman a bit of a break. Do something in the animated realm.
Yes.
And as far as feature films, take a break after this series that's coming out. Give Batman a break. Focus on a Nightwing or any other character.
Yeah.
If it's going to be in the Batman universe, and then have him come back, because it gets to the point where it's not as compelling because you're just retelling the same story. It's just a different actor.
I hear what you guys are saying, but at the same time, Joker just made a fucking $1 billion, so they.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah,
they're not stopping
Joker's
that fucking train anytime fucking soon.
But notice.
Notably,
Joker,
Jared Leto played one of the not popular Jokers, and they still made another movie that made $1 billion. So
and that's great. But Batman's not in it.
You don't need.
And that's the whole point. That's all, because
yeah.
the Batman world is that fucking dope. So.
Oh no, that's great. Do anything in that world, but don't use Batman for everything.
And
you
actually,
can have
then again, technically
cameo,
Batman
maybe,
wasn't
but...
it though. He wasn't. Batman began in the Joker movie
as a kid.
Yeah.
So
how they did it in Titans. Remember in Titans how he was kind of like a
Batman
mentor.
was in Titans as well. Like Justice. The only reason I even kind of wanted to watch Justice League Dark. Oh shit, Batman was in it. Yeah, he grunted like Henry Cavill the whole time in the feature. But I understand
that was his nod to Henry Cavill.
I understand the point. Like that's gonna happen sometimes. It's like, look, you got Batman, you got Wolverine, you're gonna throw Spider-Man in there, and now recently they're throwing Harley Quinn and everything. So yes, overexposures it can happen, but at the same time, there's a reason it happens, because it does pique interest. Now, thanks to Batman being in Justice League Dark, now I'm kind of interested in Constantine. So when Constantine shows up, maybe I want to check him out. So
using Batman in that way, I think, is a lot better than just having a Batman story. Yeah. Using his character and having him, like Marta said, collaborate with another character within the realm of the same universe, like in Magic with Constantine, makes that story interesting because he doesn't use magic, but he's got a problem that needs to be solved and needs help from someone that he doesn't need or usually doesn't interact with. That makes it interesting. Just doing a Batman story means, you're going to adapt the same thing that we've seen 3 times. Joy.
I kind of agree with
Joker
that, but then Marta, that contradicts exactly what you said a little bit earlier. Is the fact that the Damian trilogy, if it wasn't for those Batman-ish stories, you wouldn't have been introduced to a trilogy of Damian.
Right. So. No. I'm saying, I'm just talking about the in general. Like, for me, it's refreshing and nice because I don't consume Batman content, but I can only imagine how oversaturated. I mean, even from, like, if we're just combining all Batman content that I've consumed, it's been the live action movies. It's been, like, this one was between Christopher Nolan's series, the movies, and these Batman movies, the animated Batman movies that that are a part of this saga. I think that's my favorite. But I'm starting to feel a little bit oversaturated now with Batman. But I'm not complaining about necessarily having seen them and having had these movies made. I think they were very important and critical, but
So that's why I always think it's funny people complain about oversaturation, but then but I'll be the first. I'm gonna still watch that shit. So
for me,
also because you don't have another option.
I'm one of those people who I'm probably not gonna watch the Robert Pattinson movie. I really don't have any interest in it because it's just.
Okay.
You probably will.
What movie? What movie is that?
You probably will.
What movie?
Somebody screen cap that. Yeah.
What's he said? Robert? What is this?
Robert Pattinson playing Batman.
Negro, where have you been?
I don't know. I don't even know who Robert Pattinson is.
Twilight.
Oh, shit.
Twilight. Harry Potter.
I know Twilight. Yeah. Who is he in? Who is he in?
He's playing Bruce Wayne.
Batman. No. Okay, so okay. Dionysus, the really white the vampire in Twilight.
That glistens like diamonds in the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen Twilight, but I know it. But I never.
Okay,
seen
but
it,
you know the main guy, the main vampire guy. So there's a girl and then there's a guy, right?
Yeah, just kind of looked over the cover. Was he in Harry Potter?
Yes, he was. So he was in Harry Potter 3.
Diggory.
He was the motherfucker that died.
He is Cedric Diggory.
He was the spare, and then Voldemort was like, kill the spare.
He dies in Harry Potter 4.
Right, before.
Oh, okay.
In the Goblet of Fire.
That dude. That's your new Batman.
Okay. Well, as if Ben Affleck wasn't bad enough.
Damn.
You didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman at all?
Really? No, man. He's too good. Ben Affleck's too good. Fuck, we need somebody darker. What's it? Christensen? Hayden? No.
Hayden Christensen?
Hayden Christensen?
Not Hayden Christensen. Not Hayden Christensen. God, the guy.
Better not say Hayden Christensen.
What's he in?
Chris,
all right, okay.
Isn't something Chris? He was the guy, American Psycho guy.
That's Christian Bale, dude.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
He already was
Dark
Batman.
Knight. What? He was Batman before that. Really? You didn't see those movies?
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he was a better Batman than what's this Affleck character?
True.
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
All right. This is getting out of hand. All right, guys, there you go. Justice League Dark and the DC World discussion. Thank you for being part of that discussion. If you haven't by now, make sure you check out the Patreon. Check out the Patreon. The full reaction is there. We will do our best to get that edited version of the movie for you guys out. I definitely need some editors for those guys watching this discussion. I probably need some editors for the Clone Wars, for this show, Wonder Woman Bloodlines. There's a bunch of stuff that is sitting on the dock of the bay right now in quarantine. I need some people to edit some of this shit up for me. And from this point on, Marta and I will start our journey of probably the greatest series of animated series from DC, and that is, yes, more Batman. Batman.
I'm complaining, but I know. But like,
BTAS, Batman, the animated series with my God, my Bat God, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, the rest of them is going to be amazing. Make sure you check that out on Patreon as well. Marta and I will be, and if you also on top of that, if you guys, because I can't sit through every episode with her, that's a lot of episodes, but if you have particular episodes that you guys want us to do reactions for, let us know, and that'll be our next thing before I move on to Star Wars Rebels.
Are you reacting to Stargirl?
Well, let me ask you.
It's up or it's out. Or
I know. Let me ask you. Is Batman in it?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. That would help ratings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
Put Batman in it, and I might show up then. Because I'm all about that bat saturation, batteration, whatever. Speaking of which, speaking of which, guess who showed up in fucking the season finale of Batwoman? Does anybody know?
Supergirl?
The Riddler.
Batman?
Hush.
Superman? Are you serious?
Hush. Posing.
I was right.
Hush. Posing as Bruce Wayne. So
because he's already shown up in the show.
Right, but he did the Unraveled and everything.
Goodness.
Unraveled, and he's gonna be Bruce Wayne from here on out. Season 2.
Batwoman is doing Hush.
Wait. So he really is Bruce Wayne?
No.
Or he's not?
I don't watch the show,
to be.
so this is all secondhand, third hand. People have been screaming at me. They're like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I
Akasan!
was watching
like
the show, and then they had the break because of Corona.
Right.
Now I got to go back and watch.
All I know,
Thanks.
to my knowledge, he's playing a 15 years younger version of Kevin Conroy, which is still Bruce Wayne. So he's basically, it's Hush, Thomas Elliott being Bruce Wayne, faking Bruce Wayne, basically, which makes sense if you know who Hush is. But
yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, that's where Batwoman is right now. So we got Bruce Wayne. We
Gonna
got
have to
Bruce
watch
Wayne,
this.
and so now at this point, after that showed up, everybody's like, "Damn, how long till he puts on the suit?" So obviously, there's a demand here for more Batman. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, we'll talk to you on the next one. Make sure you guys check out all their social media, and we will talk to you next time. Peace, y'all.
Keep it super.
Peace, guys.